Alright, so this is a match I had against Panch, and it is the tiebreaker match. We actually had a couple of rounds before this, and both of them were pretty hexy. Also, I'm trying some new recording stuff, so let's see how that works out. So we know each other's teams pretty much front and back by now. So I start with my Espeon, because it kind of messes with his team a lot. So I send out this guy to take the hit from Mine Shell. A Selgor is his name, I believe. And look how much damage that fake out did. That was half health. And so I figured he might want to stay in, so I try an Encore, but that doesn't work, so I'm already getting outplayed here. So I send out Espeon because I know Whimsicott can't do anything to it. So I just start setting up Calm Mind. Or actually, wow, I'm completely wrong. I switch out to this guy, Throw. And this thing usually swords dances, so I'm just going to throw it out as soon as I can. But I missed the first one. Not nearly as bad as the previous round because I had missed like 3 in a row. So then this thing comes out, and this thing's actually really scary and chlorophyll. I was kind of surprised. I never see anyone run it. And it starts quiver dancing. And I didn't know it at this point, but Altaria was actually pretty much anti his whole team. He couldn't do anything to it. But he got a crit. And so I don't think I was reading or something, so I just had a misconception of how strong that thing was, because it got one quiver dance. But this is a max special defense, max HP Altaria. So usually this Murkrow and Whimsicott would be doing shenanigans, but I had him pretty scared because of Espeon, because every time he would do them in the round before, I'd just switch out Espeon. So he's confusing me, and I'm not caring that much, because I'm just going to throw him right out of here. Get out of here, you stupid bird. Anyway, so Whimsicott comes back out, and I'm just going to switch to Espeon, because I have absolutely nothing to fear from it, especially with Magic Bounce. So this is just a free chance to start Calm Minded. And this Espeon has a really weird Eevee set in that it's all defense and then all speed. Still, all defense cannot stand up to an Arcanine's Flare Blitz in the sun. You just can't beat that. So, especially with Espeon's like poor defenses and weak health. So he kills me, and that's kind of bad because Espeon is the only thing keeping Whimsicott and Murkrow in check. So I send out my Throw again, and he fakes out, I guess. Sorry about that. And he high jump gets a crit. I don't think it mattered that Mine Shao is really strong. So I send out a Selgor. And I just do a Bug Buzz. The round before I was just spamming it and getting lucky. So I'm glad I was able to kill that thing. At least I don't have to worry about one thing. And I actually forgot the sun was up here. And so he does Hidden Power, and I'm only assuming that that's fire. I'm pretty sure it would be because it's a sunny day team. So he starts Solar Beaming my Cellin, which is different from my Gelin. And this one has Light Clay, dual screens, really good evenly spread EVs, and some, it has Future Sight for its attack, and Recover and Regeneration. The thing is that that's supposed to work with Throw, and that I do Future Sight, and when they switch in the Dark type, I do Circle Throw to force them to take the Future Sight, as well as take damage from a Fighting type. But it didn't work out this round. So anyway, I'm kind of falling behind here. Kingdra got Thunder Wave, and I was paralyzed, so I wasn't able to finish off that Murkrow, and that kind of irritated me, but I'll get him one day. And so he starts Solar Beaming my Kingdra, and he never knew that I had Rest on this Kingdra. In fact, that it's a sleep-talking Kingdra. I didn't lead him on in any of the previous matches. But of course, Rest Talking never really works for me, so I don't know why I made this. And Rest Talking is really dangerous in this generation because you essentially have to spend 3 turns after you rest out against your opponent to make sure that he's not just going to be sleeping on the job when he comes back out. So he's got a lot of these quiver dances up, which is really scary, especially in the sun. I was very surprised I survived one without my light screen on. And at this point, I'm really worried, because all I have left are special attackers, and they're not even that good at it. I just have nothing but them. So I switch out my Kingjoy to save him for later. And I don't want my Altaria to take any damage, because I'm thinking it's my last hope. So I just set up widescreen, and I can still save Cellin for later, because he has Regenerator, so he's going to come back at like half. So I sacrifice Kingjoy. What I didn't know is that I could have just sent out Altaria, because this thing walls it completely open. Look at that. That's a stab, and with so many quiver dances, you think it would do more. So, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any... Oh, well, he has Mind Shout, and that's his only physical attacker, but still, the way this Altaria works is it gets Cotton Guard up, and then that's max defense in 2 turns, and it has max HP and max special defense. But instead of Cloud 9, it has Natural Fear, because you can't have Tailwind without it, and I kind of like Tailwind. It didn't really play that much of a part, but it's just fun to be caster, to have a buff for your whole team. So he sets up one final Sunny Day, and I kill that Murkrow with a crit, of course, obviously. And so out comes Mind Shout, and he does a Fake Out, does more damage to him than it does to me, and he's wasting his Sunny Day by doing this. So I do Tailwind just so I can outspeed it until I can paralyze it, in which case I don't have to outspeed it. And I was actually really surprised at how much Stone Edge was doing. That thing is really strong. Because I know it's super effective, but it's not a stab, and it's plus 6 defense. I mean, I guess I don't have a defense investment either, so I don't know, maybe I'm just overestimating it. So I'm roosting off the damage. I knew I was never in any real danger. And he's just Stone Edging and missing a lot, but I honestly don't think any hits will help at this point, because I can heal off pretty much anything he does. And the tail, at least I finished with the Tailwind. So he sends out this Leafeon, and I know this thing's just going to try and Sword Stance, get 3 up, and see if he can one-shot me, because then he might be in the clear, because I would have no check for this. And so I'm getting a little afraid, because that's already plus 4, and I only have plus 6 defense, and no EV investment in defense. But after seeing how much that did, I wasn't that worried. And then he got paralyzed to add salt to the game. So he's going down right now, and I'm just really proud of this Altaria right now. Then again, his team was really weak to Flying Dragon. He just didn't have any ice or anything like that. So we Giga Drains, and it does nothing. And really my only option at this point is to just spam Dragon Breath. And I don't have too many. I have like, it has 20 PP, but I've been spamming it a lot already, so I was a little worried that it might come down to a struggle war, but I had more pokes left. So he runs, and that's it. Oh, and here's a couple of Pokemon that were in the round. And yeah, I just have a couple of these. So I'm not sure if I should keep doing these, but I kind of like this new audio software I'm using. But it just took a lot of effort, a lot more than I was willing to use, actually. Well, anyway, that was a good round, Panch. Willing to battle at any time. So just drop your friend code on this video if you ever feel like battling anyone. And I'm out of here.